Dolby Atmos. Is it actually wrong? People call it next-level sound, but why does it still fail to feel cinematic for so many setups? The truth is, it's not Atmos that's the problem. It's the 5 deadly mistakes most people make without even realizing it. In this video, I'll show you exactly what's ruining your sound experience and how to fix it. So watch till the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for real tech tips. Mistake number 5. Ignoring room acoustics. Most people blame their soundbar or Dolby Atmos settings, but the real problem is the room itself. If your room has too many empty walls or too many soft objects that absorb sound, the 3D effect of Atmos cannot be created properly. Dolby Atmos relies on sound bouncing off the ceiling, but if the ceiling is uneven, blocked, or the setup is poorly placed, that effect almost disappears. This makes you think your soundbar is not powerful enough, when in reality, your room is what's ruining your sound experience. Even small things like ceiling fans or low ceilings can disrupt the sound reflections. Heavy curtains, carpets, and sofas can absorb too much audio detail. Placing your soundbar inside a cabinet blocks the upward-firing speakers. Keeping it too close to a wall can also reduce the Atmos height effect. For the best experience, you need some open space above the soundbar. Flat and solid ceilings help reflect sound more accurately. A balanced room with slight reflections improves immersion and clarity. Sometimes, just adjusting placement can completely transform your sound. Dialogue clarity refers to how clear and understandable voices sound in your audio setup. In a Dolby Atmos system, dialogue should feel centered and easy to hear without raising the volume. Poor room acoustics can make voices sound muffled, distant, or mixed with background noise. If you struggle to understand speech in movies, it means your dialogue clarity is not properly optimized. Mistake number 4. Most people buy a soundbar and just leave the settings on default, especially when using Dolby Atmos, and that's where everything goes wrong. If your TV, streaming app, or device is not set to output the correct audio format, like Atmos or Surround, your soundbar will never deliver its full performance. Instead of immersive 3D sound, you end up getting basic stereo or compressed audio. Another common mistake is using the wrong sound mode. Many users keep it on standard or music mode while watching movies, which completely kills the cinematic experience. Each mode is designed for a purpose, and using the wrong one ruins the depth and clarity. Also, features like dialogue enhancement, virtual surround, or bass boost are often ignored or misused. Either they are turned off when needed, or overused to the point where audio becomes distorted. On top of that, incorrect volume balancing between subwoofer and main speakers can make explosions too loud and voices too quiet, making the whole experience feel unbalanced. Your HDMI settings matter too. If you're not using HDMI eARC/ARC properly, you might not even be receiving true Atmos audio at all. Many people use optical cables and expect Atmos, which simply doesn't work the same way. Even streaming platforms require correct settings. Sometimes you need to manually select the Atmos audio track, otherwise it plays a normal version by default. At the end of the day, your soundbar can only perform as good as the settings you give it. If your configuration is wrong, even the most expensive setup will sound average. Mistake number 3. Most people place their soundbar randomly under the TV without thinking, especially when using Dolby Atmos, and this is a big mistake. If your soundbar is too low, too high, or blocked by objects, the sound waves cannot travel properly, which directly affects the surround and height effects. Atmos needs open space to reflect sound from walls and ceiling, but bad placement destroys this completely. Another common issue is placing the soundbar inside a TV cabinet or too close to walls. This blocks the speakers and reduces clarity, especially for dialogue and direction-based sound effects. Instead of feeling like sound is coming from around you, everything feels like it's coming from one flat direction in front of you. Proper positioning is very important for real immersion. The soundbar should be centered with the TV, at ear level if possible, and with enough open space around it. Even a few inches of adjustment can completely change how wide and deep your sound feels. Also, avoid placing any objects in front of the soundbar, as they can block or distort sound waves. If the upward-firing speakers are obstructed, you lose the full height effect of Dolby Atmos. Corners and tight spaces can make the audio feel trapped and less natural. Always test different positions to find the spot with the best surround balance. Good placement alone can noticeably improve clarity, depth, and overall immersion. Mistake number 2. Most people don't adjust the balance between the subwoofer and main speakers when using Dolby Atmos systems, and this ruins the whole sound experience. If the subwoofer is set too high, explosions and bass become overpowering and drown out the dialogue. On the other hand, if it is too low, the sound feels weak and flat, without any real impact. Another issue is not calibrating individual speaker levels properly. Many soundbars allow you to adjust center, rear, and surround channels, but users rarely touch these settings. Because of this, some sounds feel too loud while others are barely audible, breaking the natural balance of the audio. Proper tuning is important to create a smooth and immersive experience. When everything is balanced correctly, dialogue stays clear, background effects feel natural, and the bass adds depth instead of distortion. If the center channel is not properly balanced, dialogue can feel distant or unclear. Rear or surround effects may become too loud and distract from the main audio. A poorly tuned subwoofer can cause vibration without real depth or detail. Proper calibration ensures every sound has its right place in the mix. With correct balance, Dolby Atmos feels more natural and immersive. Mistake number 1. The biggest mistake people make is expecting full immersive sound even when the content itself doesn't support it. If your movie, game, or show is not actually mixed in Dolby Atmos or true surround format, your soundbar cannot magically create that 3D effect. It will only upscale basic stereo audio, which feels much less impressive. Many users don't check whether the streaming platform or file they are watching actually has Atmos support. As a result, they think their expensive soundbar is underperforming, when in reality the content is the limitation. Even high-end systems cannot generate real height or directional effects from poor quality or compressed audio sources. Another issue is using low-quality streaming settings or wrong audio tracks. Sometimes multiple audio options are available, but users accidentally select standard stereo instead of Dolby Atmos. This completely changes the experience, making everything feel flat and less cinematic. True Atmos experience depends on 3 things: supported content, correct audio settings, and proper equipment. If even one of these is missing, the full 3D surround effect breaks down. So before blaming your soundbar, always check your source first. Because no matter how powerful your system is, it can only perform as good as the audio it receives. Always make sure you're streaming in the highest available quality settings. Check for the Dolby Atmos badge or indicator before playing content. Without proper source audio, even the best setup will never reach its full cinematic potential. So now you know, Atmos isn't wrong. The way you use it is. Fix these 5 mistakes, and the same soundbar can give you an insane cinematic experience at home. Next time you feel like your setup isn't working, don't blame Atmos. Check your settings and setup first. If this helped you, drop a like and subscribe, because more powerful videos are coming next.